Warning. The following video consists of a political rant and will possess references to extreme graphic violence which should be committed to another, that could be committed against another, foul coarse language, and other mature content. It is a one-sided slam against a crooked governor in power, and is covered under fair rights usage, but will not be covered under COPPA. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. Well, after what I learned about what happened Wednesday, it's time to bring the heel side of me back out. Governor Cooper, you stretched the shut-in again by 5 fucking weeks. Let me warn you something, cockhead crooked Cooper. What you've done, that's strike 3. Your ass is out in November. And come November, your ass is out of the governor's mansion. Mark my words. 88 days, click, fucking doomsday for you. I want to ask those on both sides a very serious question. Which one of our gubernatorial candidates is truly playing politics with this pandemic? Forrest or Cooper? If you said it's Forrest based on the TV and web ads that Cooper's been pumping out, you're wrong. It's Cooper. Why? Because he wants to expand Obamacare. They're pulling everything in from the governor of Missouri's playbook, and the governor of Michigan's playbook, and the governor of Washington's, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, New York. Following a Bolshevik socialist model leads to destruction. President Reagan said it best in 1964 when he was a candidate. There is no such thing as a left or right. There's only an up and a down. And the Democrats mean down. Mean this nation is heading downward if we keep putting these bigots in office. They've been getting away with this shit for nearly 200 years. And it's gotta stop. When Trump wins in 88 days over Biden, when Forrest wins over Cooper, small businesses will be open up again. Bars, gyms, churches, fully open to be as they were before the virus hit. Because this whole virus thing, in my opinion, it was more of a political power play. Have an Obama holdover, Dr. William Waters, backdoor the virus into the states after China was barred off, access and exit to and from China was barred off. Sneak the virus in, have Fauci basically threaten the president to shut the economy down. And I put emphasis on calling what Fauci did a threat. It looks like it's going to be a red day after an incredible recovery week for the market today. At least at a glance. I don't know. That said, though, let's get back to the task at hand. Governor Cooper and his Major Dean and his head of health are crooked con artists. They're not doctors. They don't know what's best for us. And yet there are many people in the state that follow them like fucking sheep to a slaughterhouse. What they're doing is killing this state's economy. It's not helping it. And we didn't even have a tenth of the death toll from the virus that New York has. And yet he continues to hold the state hostage in phase 2. Where Cuomo by now has gotten New York into phase 4. But even then, with the crime rate in New York, no one's going out anyway. Going outside anyway. And you see the shit that's happening in California with Governor Newsom and Mayor Garcetti, or with Governor Pritzker and Mayor Lightfoot in Illinois and Chicago, respectively. I had old acquaintances in those states, and now I worry that their own Democratic bias has come back around to bite them in the ass. They think what's being done is for the best, but in reality, it's being done for the worst. Cutting off water and electric supplies? That's tyranny! That is something this nation for years has fought against. And yet now you want to embrace it? We leave not the gentle embrace of a mother, but the cruelty of a monster. You know who said that? Thomas Paine in his pamphlet, Common Sense. Read it. Think over what is written in it. Apply it to today, but not to the president, but to your state governors and those that are beneath him who are trying to undermine him. We are nearly at 5 million corona cases. And why? Because people are panicking. They want to keep getting tested. We've had over nearly 70 million tests. At this point, Mr. President, I'm begging you to cut the testing off and let the chips fall where they fall. Let the chips fall as they lie. And fall where they're going to fall. As for you, Cooper, you can go to hell for what you're doing to this state. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside, but filled on the inside with dead men's bones and all sorts of impurity. Outwardly, you look like righteous people, but inwardly, your hearts are filled with hypocrisy and lawlessness. That's what you are, Cooper, a whited sepulcher, all fair and clean on the outside, but inside, you're full of dead men's bones, all forms of corruption, and blood money. Because you are a pawn of Obama, who's a puppet of Soros. And by proxy, you're also Soros' puppet, who wishes to destroy this nation from the inside out. And right now, people across the country are fed up with these policies. Charlotte small business owners are getting sick of what you've done. They want to reopen their bars. They want to reopen their gyms, their bowling alleys, their arcades. If given the chance, they would rise up, storm Raleigh, pull you out of the governor's mansion, and lynch mob your ass, and burn you at a fucking stake. Would I join them? No, I wouldn't. But it's no more than you deserve, Cooper. True, defeat would be worse than death, but arguably, if death is nothing more than a release, what will we give you for it? I know what I'd give you, Cooper, or if I would be among that crowd. I'd give you eternal suffering and never-ending, and make you feel never-ending remorse. For with blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead. Together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you to a cinder. That's your fate, Cooper. That's what's going to happen to you November 3rd. In 88 days. 88 days, Cooper. Your time as governor is up. And you're not going to be able to cheat your way into this one like you did with against McCrory 4 years ago. Because Forrest is not the one putting politics ahead of playing politics with a damn pandemic. You are! And you make me sick. And that makes me and the people of this state sick. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. And I am not trading my freedom for fucking bullshit security from a virus that doesn't even kill as many as people claim it does. Across the globe, including the 2 million, the near 5 million that have caught the virus, 18 million have been infected. And of the 11 million that have recovered from it, nearly 2.5 million have recovered here in the States. We are at that threshold of herd immunity, where it would be safe on paper to enter phase 3 of reopening to reopen the country. But then again, this was the deep state's plan. Once the pandemic hit, America would be the last nation to fully open up. We are at that nearing that threshold. When we get past 50%, we'll finally be free. I hope. But it won't be likely. But it's not likely to happen. 50% recovery, we'd finally be free, though it's not likely. Though arguably, it's unlikely. It doesn't look like it could happen. But at this point, at 49.3% recovery, with not even a tenth. Hold on a sec. Okay, 49.2%. I screwed up. 49.24% of the infected have recovered in the States. When compared that to, let's see. Not even 3%. Not even 3%. With barely over a 3% fatality rate from this virus. More people died from the seasonal flu than this. There's a higher fatality rate with the seasonal flu than with this. Seriously. I mean, you could say the other reason why is because Fauci won't let us at hydroxychloroquine because he can't make any money off it. Which is fucking true. Mr. President, which is also why I'm asking Mr. President, in 88 days when you win re-election, first thing you do, throw Fauci out the fucking door. Because when you think about it, him and Dr. Walters are the cause of all this. Because everything Fauci has said about this virus has been a lie. On faulty numbers. On faulty models sent in by the Gates Foundation to instill fear. It's sickening. There will be no goodbye and good night for this video. But comment, smash the like button, leave it, subscribe to my channel. Well, if you wish to see more of my political rantings in the future. Mets2128 signing out. Vote Republican in 2020. I am begging the denizens of my home state of North Carolina. Get Cooper out at any and all costs.